Ladies and gentlemen, this is the matchup of the century. The undefeated Westfield Shamrocks taking on the undefeated Brownsburg Bulldogs. Good evening, folks. I'm Rowan Elbert. Happy to be joined by you on this beautiful Friday night from Riverview Health Stadium. Westfield coming off a thrilling win against HSC, 30-28. And the biggest takeaway from that is the final drive, where 70 yards in under 40 seconds with no timeouts. Very impressive. Brownsburg, though, on the other hand, coming off a 42-28 win over Fishers. And this Brownsburg team, it's headlined by running back Garrett Sherrill. Sherrill on the season so far, 8 yards per carry, 1,000 rushing yards, 7 touchdowns. He is the backbone of their offense. And Westfield, my key to the game for them is take away the run game simply. I think you stack the box and you avoid them from just doing anything on offense, because they've only attempted 14 passes per game with quarterback Jake Dunn. And he looks okay in a pretty small sample size, but I don't know what he'll be able to do if they force him to throw the ball 25 times or more. Going to Westfield, my key to the game, I guess, for them on offense is just go to the passing game. I think you go full-on air raid. I don't think anyone in that secondary can stop Gabe or Bo. I think Gabe Aaron Bullis is going to have a big game, although dealing with an elbow injury. Bo Braun had 2 very clutch catches in the final drive against HSC. Well, not catches. He had one. It was a carry on the lateral. But anyway, final score prediction, if you want me to give it to you right now, I think Westfield wins this one 24-17. I think Westfield's going to stop the run game very well. We've seen it the past couple of games against very elite running backs like Logan Schaffner and Jalen Alexander. Garrett Sherrill, although statistically the best of the 3, I think Westfield's going to shut them down, and the Shamrocks are going to move to 6-0. But we've got game time at 7 o'clock. Kickoff will be right there. Me and Drew Taylor on the call. And yeah, let's do it. Go Shamrocks.
Visit My Logo Shop in downtown Westfield for all your Rocks gear and many more. MyLogoShop.com also does web orders for your organization, company, event, or church. Ditch the order forms and order online or contact My Logo Shop.
Tonight, we have a Tonight, we have a battle between two HCC teams battling for first place. It's the Brownsburg Bulldogs taking on the Westfield Shamrocks, a battle of undefeated teams. Good evening, folks. I'm Rowan Elbert here with my partner, Drew Taylor.
It's a great matchup, homecoming here in Westfield. I'm so excited for this game.
Oh, yeah, me too. I mean, look at the student section. And we have the national anthem. We'll be right back with you. And we are back after an incredible national anthem from our band. But let's continue on what I was saying. I want to talk about Brownsburg's run game and just how dominant it's been all year, especially with running back Garrett Sherrill, 1,000 rushing yards already on the year, 8 yards per carry. How does Westfield stop that, especially early on?
Stacking the box is the strategic way, but I genuinely think Westfield's ready. They've had guys like Noblesville, HSC. That running game is elusive, and they've handled it to what I would say pretty well. So I say if they can continue that tonight, be on their heels, anticipate the pass, because they could catch Corey Smith on fade routes, stuff like that. Gotta be careful, but stack the box, take away their momentum early.
And Corey Smith, going back to him, I'm glad you brought him up. Minnesota commit, so far having one great season when he does actually get the targets, which, last game he had 7 targets. He was one of only 2 Brownsburg receivers targeted in a 42-28 Brownsburg win against Fishers. Him and Ollinger. But so far on the year, 21 receptions, 443 yards, and 7 touchdowns. I mean, Jake Good last week had 2 interceptions. That is the battle I'm looking forward to the most, quite frankly.
It's going to be a great matchup. Jake's got to try his best not to get burned at the line of scrimmage because Corey Smith, he can turn the Jets on. And when he does, it's going to give Westfield some problems.
He sure can. And last week for Corey Smith, he had 3 touchdowns. But let's talk about Westfield. We talked enough about Brownsburg. Let's talk about the Shamrocks. And let's talk specifically about the QB play from Jackson Gilbert. Throwing an interception to Mason Alexander, but he bounced back big time from that, throwing 2 touchdowns. And then, most importantly, the game-winning touchdown, a game-winning drive, going 70 yards in under 40 seconds with no timeouts. With Jackson Gilbert, what has been your biggest takeaway from him all year?
For me, it's the maturity. He can go out and maybe he throws a pick, but it doesn't get to him. He goes out and he leads a successful drive down the field after that. And I think his maturity is what's made this offense thrive this season.
And let's talk about just the crowd in general, but not only that, I want to talk about homecoming week. This is the biggest week of the year in the Westfield community. Homecoming week. It is this packed crowd in the neon. How much do you think that plays a factor into tonight's contest?
Well, it plays a huge factor. The crowd, everyone's here. They're going to be loud. They're going to bring the energy. Just give this defense some juice on third downs and all the stuff like that. Got a lot of alumni here tonight as well. Homecoming is the biggest week of the year for all, at least. And should play a big factor, that's for sure.
You know what's crazy? I did not know that's why they call it homecoming. Because people are coming home. I didn't even think about that until you brought it up. Thank you for enlightening me on that. But let's talk about the crowd's going to play a huge factor, and that is why on our docu-series this season, which will drop sometime next week, you will see that how much the crowd plays a factor. Brownsburg, they did not travel very well. Their student section is just half empty. And you could say half full, half empty. Depends on just how you feel. Brownsburg, obviously, a ways away as they're coming out on the field right now. I have to ask you, though, keys to the game for Westfield with Brownsburg.
Got to stop the run. That's the biggest priority. Got to also be on your heels. When Corey Smith wants to get out and break out downfield, he's going to. Got to be ready for that. More importantly, if you maybe fumble or throw an interception on offense, coming back out and making a great play. Or great drive, I should say. That's what's going to have to be the key for them tonight. This is arguably the toughest team they faced all year.
Oh, totally. I mean, Fishers you can make an argument for, but I wouldn't really say that. Fisher's great offense, but the defense has been, shaky all year. My key to the game for Westfield, it goes along with what you said, keeping the defense on their heels. I think they're expecting a run-heavy attack from us tonight. and we've seen a lot of balanced attacks. I think we go full-on air raid. I think this is the week to do it with Bo Braun having such a great game last week. Gabe Aaron-Bolles dealing with an elbow injury, but he should be good to go for this game. Max Nosler coming off an incredible game. And, of course, Parker Knott coming off a great game. This is the time for Westfield to just go full-on air raid. And you can totally expect that, too, if Carson Melvin, who got playing time last week, if he's in at quarterback as well, you definitely expect some passing plays. And now let's finally get a score prediction.
Going to be biased, but I'm going to go 24-21 Westfield off a Brody Bain field goal. Like I said on the podcast, I'm sticking with it, and I hope I'm right.
And I've said this take a million times, going back to game day today and also going back to the podcast. Westfield 24, Brownsburg 17, and the hot take, in my opinion, Garrett Sherrill will be held to under 100 yards for the first time since November last year against Cathedral. That was unreal, held to 98 yards, which is still very good. But to think that he's had over 135 yards in every game this year is unreal. And also the fact that last week he had 270 rushing yards, and quite frankly, he's a beast. But I got Westfield winning this one. Just how well they've been able to stop the run all year. And I guess we're just going to take a quick break. We'll get back with you on the action. And there is video tonight. We have to mention that. There is video. Last week it was a radio call. This week it is a full-on video broadcast. You could see the action. It's going to be beautiful. And yeah, we've got homecoming action coming up after this short break. Kickoff coming to you. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And here come your Shamrocks coming out of the tunnel. One of the best intros in all of Indiana high school sports. Coming out with the tank engine sound, holding up the American flags. Perfect way to start a beautiful Friday night from Riverview Health Stadium. We have Westfield football coming right to you at 7 o'clock. Good evening, folks. I'm Rowan Elbert, joined by my colleague Drew Taylor, and it's going to be fun.
It is indeed. It's homecoming. We got all the alums back in the great city of Westfield, Indiana. It should be an exciting one, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's packed. If we're looking over at the gate, it's people are still flooding in here, and it's at capacity right now. They might have to start turning people away, or maybe turning them over to the Brownsburg bleachers, because quite frankly, they don't have many people over there. So maybe just have them go over there. We have 2 minutes to kick off. Westfield coming out with their captains. Brownsburg coming out with their captains. As we await the official coin toss. And it appears coming out of that Brownsburg winning the toss in Westfield. And Westfield to begin the game will receive. How much, I guess, do you think winning the coin toss, in your opinion, does that really play a big factor into the game?
Yes, I honestly think it does. It's a momentum builder, that's for sure.
And coming out kicking for Brownsburg is Spencer Porrett. Porrett, the number 7 kicker in the nation, and is a Purdue commit. You're a Purdue fan. I mean, are you excited about this kid?
I am excited to have him. Our special teams hasn't been the best in a couple years, so hopefully he can change that.
I mean, you got all the Indiana kids coming. You got Dylan Thieneman, who's been balling.
Yeah, it's been cool to see.
Back deep to receive is Andrew Liskey and Kendall Garnett, and we will be underway from Riverview Health Stadium. And here's Porth, and we are underway from Riverview Health Stadium. And this one goes to Garnett in the back of the end zone. That is going to be a touchback. And here comes Jackson Gilbert and the Shamrocks offense.
You said it earlier in the show. I want to see an air raid here. They can do it. Put Brownsburg on their heels a little bit. Great way to start this game.
And the one thing I'm actually very delighted to see is Ryan Barker in at left tackle. He was injured in the HSC game. Coming back out at left tackle. There's nothing that could stop that man from playing. 20-yard line on the left hash for Westfield. 2 receivers right. HSC with 3 up front. Gilbert extending the hands for the snap. Gets it, hands it off to Garnett. Cocks it left, and he is wrapped up at the 20-yard line by the near side. And it looked like on the initial stop for Brownsburg was Hunter Childs.
It was a great read by the Bulldogs. He kind of had a hole for me there, but it was a great read by Brownsburg.
2nd down and 10 for Westfield from the 20-yard line. And we have some movement up front, and it looks like that is going to be going up against HSC. Let's see what the official call is. And that is offsides on Brownsburg. Sorry, I get confused with last week. It's a 5-yard penalty. I guarantee you're all thinking, who are we playing? 4 up front for Brownsburg. 3 receivers right. 2nd down and 5 from the 25. Gilbert low in the gun. Airs it out, and it is incomplete, intended for Gabe Aaron Bolasad around the 50-yard line. He was guarded by 2 men, and it looked like on the stop for Brownsburg, specifically on defense, was Diego Munez. That brings up 3rd down and 5 for Westfield from their own 25-yard line on the left hash.
I want to praise Jackson really quick. He got that ball out really fast.
3rd down and 5. 3 up front for Brownsburg. 3 receivers right. Gilbert looking to left. Gilbert takes a snap. Throws over the middle. He's got Bo Braun, and it's tipped. It's out of his hands and incomplete. Bo Braun, that is a costly drop.
Yeah, it was a crosser. That's one he's definitely going to want to have back. That's for sure.
And Bame on to punt this one away. Back deep to receive is Caden Ollinger for Brownsburg. Caden Ollinger, one of only Brownsburg receivers to get a target last week against Bame. Bombs this one away. And this one rolls to about the... Ooh, it takes a unlucky bounce to the 44-yard line. That is a rare, not so great punt from Brody Bame.
Very rare, like you said. Westfield defense, got to anticipate this run. It's coming.
Here comes the Bulldogs offense, led by quarterback Jake Dunn. And so far on the season for Jake Dunn, 12 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and he's in already great field position at their own 43-yard line. 4 up front for Westfield. 2 left. Dunn gets the snap, hands it off to Sherrill. Sherrill gets a hole, still on his feet, and he's on the far side, 40 to the 30. Got blockers, 10, 5. First play touchdown, Garrett Sherrill. You have got to be kidding me. And the Brownsburg Bulldogs, with 11 minutes left, take an early 6-0 lead.
Just as I said earlier, he's going to go off tackle. He's going to get that edge. And just like last year's Packers-Bears game when Christian Watson got that edge, he's gone.
I mean, just the worst way to start off a game if you're Westfield's defense. Here's Porth on for the PAT. Holding for him is Drew Bostic. Snap, good hold. The kick is up, and it is good. And that makes it Brownsburg 7, Westfield 0, with 11:01 left in the first quarter. I mean, first play touchdown. If you're Westfield on defense when they get back out there, I mean, how do you respond to that?
You've got to. This is a tough one. Got to find a way, because this momentum, it's completely on their side. This place is silent right now.
Yeah, you can hear a pin drop in here.
Got to take that momentum. You've got to make big plays, and you've got to shift it back and bring it back to your side. Westfield's offense has the opportunity to do that here now and kind of give the defense a little bit more to play for. That's what they got to do.
Now Porth on to kick this one away. Back deep to receive once again is Kendall Garnett and Andrew List. Porth bombing it away, back at the end zone, touchback. And here comes Gil, looking to bounce back. I think they had a lot of momentum going on that drive. If it weren't for the Beaubron drop, I think they could have possibly gotten something going there.
They could have, and I think had they just had Beaubron caught that pass, I think they could have carried that momentum down, maybe even scored a touchdown. But they got the opportunity to do it here. Sorry
about that. First down and 10 for Westfield from their own 20. Brownsburg once again 3 up front. Brings up another man up front. Gilbert gets the snap. Takes it himself, and he is stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. And initially on the stop for Brownsburg, it appeared to be Alex Burke. Takes the give to Kendall Garnett and takes it himself on the QB keeper. Gets nowhere. And now 2nd down and 10 for Westfield from their own 20. Gilbert gets the shotgun snap, fakes the give, throws right on the far side. He's got Gabe Aaron Bolus, gets to the 30, trucks his way to the 35. He's got the first down. Gabe Aaron Bolus, elbow injury, no problem.
Yeah, that's what they got to do tonight. He's those little short out routes, slowly work the ball downfield and into enemy territory.
Here we go. First down and 10 from their own 32-yard line. Gilbert gets the snap, hands it straight off to Kendall Garnett. Garnett gets an open hole to the 40-yard line, and he is finally brought down by Best Dare. Best Dare did not record any stats last week, but he has the best name in all of high school sports. 2nd down and 2 for Westfield from the 40-yard line. Gilbert fakes the give, still alone in the backfield, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage, probably lost a yard on that play. And for Brownsburg on the stop, it was Colin Kelly. What were they thinking there?
Well, I really need to applaud Brownsburg's defensive line because they're making great reads right now. In terms of Jackson, I would say try to throw it away. He just didn't have any time.
3rd down and 3 for Westfield from their own 39-yard line. 4 up front, Gilbert gets the snap, fakes the give, throws left to Nosler. Nosler still on his feet at the 50 on the near side, and he's got the first down in Brownsburg territory, getting to the 42-yard line. Max Nosler had a big game last week, continuing that this week.
Such a threat, really. When he lines up in the back, or when he takes off, He's hard to bring down.
First down and 10 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 44. Gilbert gets the snap, hands it off to Garnett, and he is stopped at around the 41-yard line. He is trampled by Best Dare. Best Dare getting his second tackle of the day. Second down and 7 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 41. We're up front for the Bulldogs. Gilbert gets the snap. Fires over the middle for Bo Braun. It's way too high at the 25 and incomplete. That was a dangerous throw anyway, though.
It was. He had 2 defenders on him. And I think even if it was an on-target throw, I think it easily could have been picked off.
Yeah, definitely. Great coverage there by Chance Whitfield. And so far on the season for Whitfield, he actually does have 15 tackles, still without an interception. Third down and 7 for Westfield. Gilbert alone in the gun, 3 receivers right, gets the snap, flag down, and he gets a screen pass off to Nosler, and Nosler is brought down at the 38-yard line. But a flag is down. It looks like it was before the snap, so likely a false start on Westfield, if I had to predict. And Coach Gilbert is not happy, so it's obviously going to be against Westfield. .8:57 left in the first quarter, though. Just now tuning in, Garrett Sherrill for Brownsburg. First play of the game for them offensively. Going all the way for a touchdown. No flag on the play. I wonder what that was about. Wait a second. 4th down and 5. The Westfield offense is still out there on the field. Gilbert alone in the gun. 3 up front for the Bulldogs. Aaron Bowles motioning left. Gilbert gets the snap, takes it himself up the middle, and he is halted short of the first down marker by a sea of white and purple, and that is a turnover on downs. What do you think was the thought process behind that decision for Jake Gilbert?
No risk, no reward. But now, unfortunately, that momentum shifted right back to Brownsburg as Westfield's got a problem on their hands.
At Brownsburg, all the momentum in the world for them. Jake Dunn alone in the gun. As Sherrill in at the slot. Smith, the lone man right. Westfield 4 up front. Dunn gets the snap. Pump fakes left, takes it up the middle, and he is tackled by Drew Law at the 43-yard line. Drew Law has played a big role on this team, which was something I was not expecting going into this year. And that brings up 2nd down and 3 for Brownsburg from their own 43. Dunn with Sherrill on his right hip, gets the snap, hands off to Sherrill left, and he trips up over a sea of green, gets to the 50-yard line on the right hash, and that is a first down for the Bulldogs. And Drew Law once again on the tackle.
Sherrill's obviously a very shifty, very athletic player, but I really want to applaud guys in the trenches, making that space, filling those holes so he can do what he does.
Dunn alone in the gun. 2 linebackers for Westfield. Sherrill motioning left. Dunn fakes the give. Pressure coming from Aaron Bowles. Throws over the middle. And that pass is dropped at the 35-yard line. Incomplete. Good coverage by Drew Law. And for Brownsburg, coming up short was Nolan Wilson. And that brings up 2nd down and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 50-yard line on the right hash. Westfield showing blitz. Dunn gets the snap, gives it to Sherrill. Sherrill plowing his way through defenders, gets to the 45-yard line. Looks like the 46 actually. And he is still down, but he is helped right back up. And that brings up 3rd down and medium for the Bulldogs. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for Brownsburg in Westfield territory. 3rd down and 6 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 46.
Watch Corey Smith here.
Dunn gets a snap, throws left and right, and he has got Sherrill at the 40-yard line at the first down marker on the right hash. Did he get the first down? He did. That will move the chains for the Bulldogs.
I'm gonna be honest. That was not what I was expecting. A little drop pass there. I was expecting to see Corey Smith fly out the outside, explosive play.
And we saw Sherrill. He was dropping them in pregame warm-ups. So 2 receivers left for Brownsburg. Westfield 4 up front. Dunn gets the snap, fakes the give, throws that left for Ollinger on the far side, gets to the 36-yard line before he is brought down by Jackson Floyd. 6:45 left in the first quarter. On the left hash mark, second down for Brownsburg. Second down 7. Dunn gets the snap. And the flag is down. Looks like it's going to be a false start on the Bulldogs, if I had to guess, as it was before the snap. And it is a false start going against Brownsburg.
Much needed penalty there. Kind of shifts the momentum a little. Then again, Westfield, I liked the first play where they responded quickly on that short little. It looked like it was designed to be a screen, but they got to keep responding here.
Yep, second down and 12 for Brownsburg now from the Westfield 42. Sherrill taking it up the middle, gets to the 36-yard line on the left hash, and it looked like Colton Von der Sar got the initial stop. And oh no, we have a Shamrock down. And it looks like it's on the D line. I don't know who it is, but that's just absolutely painful. 6:10 left in the first quarter. Brownsburg up 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. We are back. Cam Etchard was the injured Shamrock. He is on his feet moving. Drew said it looked like his shoulder, but he's up on his feet. He's running to the sideline. That's an incredible sign. And that brings up third down and 7 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 37. 4 up front. Coming in for the injured Etchard is Aaron Bullis. 3 receivers right for the Bulldogs. Dunn extends his hands for the snap. Doesn't get it. Looks to the left. Sherrill on his right hip. Gets the snap. Gives it to Sherrill up the middle. And he is tripped up at the just shy of the first down marker at around the 31-yard line. I don't think he got there. And no, he did not. It's going to be 4th down and 1 for Brownsburg. Although you have a great kicker with a great leg, I think you might have to go for it. And that is exactly what Brownsburg is doing. 4th down and 1 from the Westfield 31. Dunn looked like he was going for a hard count. Westfield showing blitz. Jake Dunn gets the snap. Gives it up the middle to Sherrill. And Sherrill gets to about the 29-yard line with forward progress. And it looks like he's got the first down.
You got Sherrill in your backfield. 4th and 1 is nothing.
Yeah. Like giving it to beast mode on the goal line. Pete Carroll, come on, dude. Dunn gets the snap on 1st and 10. Throws left on the far side. He's got a man. It's incomplete. He was looking for the one and only Corey Smith. And it was incomplete, just out of reach, overthrowing him. And that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for Brownsburg from the 29-yard line.
Just like I talked about, Corey Smith got outside, and had he just brought it in, that would have been a touchdown. Eye-opener for Westfield.
Few receivers right. Westfield with 4 up front. Dunn gets the snap. Fakes the give, takes off left. He's got no one to stop him on the far side. The 10, the 5, he's got the touchdown. That's Jake Dunn, the rushing touchdown, and that gives the Brownsburg Bulldogs a 13-0 lead with 5:03 left in the first quarter.
He completely fooled the offense. I literally saw Drew Law holding his helmet like he could not believe it. Yeah, it's quarterback keeper. He gets that edge, goes outside, and he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, the run game, it's been a killer. I did not expect it to be a killer. I thought Westfield was going to be able to stop the run, but it's still very early. Porath on for the PAT. Puts it up, and it is good. Why am I even questioning it? But 14-0 Brownsburg lead over Westfield with 5:03 left, but do not tune out. There is still plenty of football left. Westfield, they are a second-half team, and you do not want to miss this. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back. Brownsburg off to a 14-0 lead. A touchdown run from Garrett Sherrill in their very first play of their drive, their first opening drive. And then it was Jake Dunn on a QB keeper on the read option. Completely fooled Westfield. Now Porath. Kicks this one away to Kendall Garnett back at the end zone. It's a touchback as Garnett hauls it in, but still, it's a fair catch. And Jackson Gilbert and the Shamrocks offense trying to get whatever momentum they had left, trying to salvage whatever momentum they had at the beginning of this matchup.
Yeah, they've got all these people in the stands, all the alums, all the students supporting them. All they need is one good drive. I don't care if it's a field goal or a touchdown. Points on the board. Totally going to change the outcome of this game.
And people are still coming in here trying to get into the game. First down and 10 for Westfield from their own 20. And I'm sure they're looking at the scoreboard and they are in shock. 3 up front. Gilbert gets the snap, hands it off to Garnett. Garnett gets to the 23, and he is stopped by a swarm of white and purple at around the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up second down and 6 for the Shamrocks from the 24-yard line, their own 24-yard line, with 4:45 left in the quarter. The clock's still ticking. Westfield, Garnett. Gilbert fakes the give, and he is sacked right behind the line of scrimmage at the 19-yard line. That is a big-time great read by the Bulldogs.
Defensive line, like we've talked about, has been making great reads all. Gilbert, he tried to roll out, try to get rid of it, but he had nowhere to go.
3 up front for the Bulldogs. Westfield with it's third down and 11, but Gilbert hands it off to Garnett, and that one's going nowhere. Why do you think they went run on 3rd and long?
My only thought is they thought they weren't going to be able to protect Jackson, so it's better to hand it off, but I don't understand it.
Back deep to receive at the 45-yard line is Caden Ollinger. Ollinger, it looks like he's wearing sweatpants, but those are obviously not sweatpants. It's just the black pants with the black knee pads and socks. I mean, it threw me off. Game bombs it away. Ollinger gets it to the 35. Cox right on the right hash, and he is tripped up by Drew Law. Drew Law has been everywhere tonight.
He has great special teams player, great defender, great baseball player.
Great baseball player, great base runner too. He mainly came in baseball just as a pinch runner, especially when guys like Colin Lindsay, who, you know, you don't want to put your catcher in there, or Nick Alm. Drew Law was a very reliable base runner. First down and 10 for Brownsburg from their own 40. Dunn gets the snap. Rose left on the far side looking for Smith. Almost hauled in at the 40. Great coverage by Jackson Floyd and Jake Good. It's incomplete.
I was almost on his head.
Almost. But Corey Smith, though. I got to go back to that play. Great coverage by Floyd and Good. They knew what they had to do to stop an elite weapon like that. 3:12 left in the quarter. Second down and 10 from the 40. Sherrill gets a cutback move. Still on his feet on the far side. Are you kidding me? He's in Westfield territory. Getting to the 25, and he is brought out of bounds by Webster. Garrett Sherrill, his second huge carry of the game, and that puts Brownsburg into Westfield territory.
I'm the Westfield defensive coordinator. Got to make adjustments on those edges. That's how they're getting beat every time, as they're going outside or off tackle. It's hurting Westfield.
First down and 10 for Brownsburg, the Westfield 26. And would you look at that, Dunn taking it up the middle on the QB option, and he's got the touchdown. Jake Dunn, his second rushing touchdown of the day, and with 2:54 left in the first, this is becoming a blowout. Brownsburg up 20-0.
Right up the middle. They're just taking everything away from Westfield. Any sense of momentum or the tables are turning, it's all gone.
And with Brownsburg, that was Aiden Job in at running back, or AJ Job, whatever you want to call him. He was in at running back. Because you got to give Sherrill a break at some point, and now Porth on to kick the PAT. Porth puts it up, and that is good. Brownsburg up 21-0 over Westfield, but this game is not over. So do not tune out. This game is not over. We are far from over. This Westfield team, they never quit. They never back down. Never forget that. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. And we are back after a very short break.
I'm shocked. I have to be honest with you. Really
Yeah, me too. I'm extremely shocked. And I know we're talking very monotonely, but it's just, it's just the mood here. But as Enter Sandman plays over the PA, that just shows that this Westfield team is not ready to say off to Never Never Land. Fourth, on to kick it away. Garnett back deep to receive, back at the end zone, touchback, the same old routine as usual. Here comes Gilbert and the offense, starting from their own 20 yet again. Now I have to ask you, we did see Carson Melvin last week. Do you think it's possible this game gets to a point where we see him?
It's possible. I would like it not to, because I really don't want to hurt Jackson's confidence, because he's still a great quarterback. Things just aren't working tonight. So it's definitely possible, but I hope it doesn't happen.
Three up front for the Bulldogs. Gilbert in the gun. Your receivers to his left. Sends the hands for a snap, gets it. Hands it off to Garnett. Up the middle, gets a cutback move to the 30. To the 25, gets to the 26 on the left hash, and is finally brought down. That's going to bring up second down and 5 for Westfield. Second down and 4 for Westfield from their own 26-yard line on the left hash. Your receivers right, 3 up front. Gilbert gets the snap, fakes the pitch left, rolls to his right, has Bo Braun at the 25, gets to the 27-yard line on the far side, and he is finally brought down by what looks like to be Hunter Childs again for Brownsburg. And that brings up third down and 2 for Westfield from the 28-yard line.
I like the wide receiver screen design. All Westfield needs is a big play, whether that's a massive breakout route by Gabe or a quarterback keeper that gets the first down. They need a big play.
Three receivers left. Gilbert alone in the gun. Braun motioning left. Gilbert fakes the give to Braun. Pressure coming. Throws over the middle for Aaron Bullis at the 35, and it's incomplete in the dirt. Could not handle the pressure, and Westfield's going to have to punt. Not a good look.
It's been the storyline for tonight. It's a crushed sideline down there.
Brody Bame on to punt this one away. Olinger back deep to receive at the 35-yard line on the left hash. Beltrinelli coming on late for Westfield. Bame gets it, hands it away. The lack of protection as it crumbles, and this punt bounces, takes an unlucky bounce on the near side 36-yard line, picked up by Drew Law. Now, with Westfield, just how do you stop this running attack? It's just been too much to handle, it seems like, for this Westfield team. How do you stop the run?
I would say bring more defenders up, but Brownsburg is such a balanced and weaponized offense that could really bite them in the back. So at this point, I guess continue to try and stack the box, but really Brownsburg just hasn't beat every way, shape, and form.
4 up front for Westfield. 1st and 10 for Brownsburg from their own 36. Dunn gets it, gives it to Sherrill, and Sherrill is tackled from behind on the right hash 40 by Samuel Pariah. Second down and 6 for Brownsburg from their own 40 on the right hash. Dunn with Sherrill on his left hip. Shotgun snap to Dunn. He's going to throw. Pressure coming from Von der Sar. Airs it out deep for Smith. It's caught on the near side 20. Corey Smith. What a catch.
That's what PJ Fleck liked in him, and that's why he got that offer to Minnesota. Because of abilities to track down the ball like he just did.
I know you're a fellow Big Ten football fan. You're a Purdue fan, so you're already not liking this kid. 1st down and 10 from the 22. Gives it up the middle to Sherrill. And Sherrill still on his feet, and it's finally wrapped up by Drew Law again. What can I say? What can I say?
Man has been all over the field tonight.
And with less than a minute left, we may only see a handful of plays left from this Brownsburg team in this quarter. 2nd down and 9 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 21. Westfield with 4 up front. Dunn gets it, alone in the gun. Pressure coming from Aaron Bullis, and he trips him up at the 32! And the flag is down, but Aaron Bullis, you can't cover that man.
Way to wrap up by Alex. Wait, the flag.
And this one's going against Westfield, as we saw him pointing towards Westfield. That would take away just an incredible play by Aaron Bullis. .29 seconds left in the first quarter. Ainsley Awali running off the field. Still no movement on the field. And play ball. 2nd down and 9. Or 3rd down and 20 actually. So this one is going against Brownsburg. Hand off to Sherrill, cocking right, gets to the 28, and he is wrapped up on the near side by Andrew Liskey. And finally, Westfield able to get a stop, it seems. And oh no, Garrett Sherrill is down. Garrett Sherrill, man, I have to tell you, as the quarter comes to an end, Garrett Sherrill is such a talented guy. This young man is super talented. He has been everywhere on the field tonight. This guy is Brownsburg's offense.
He is Brownsburg's offense, and this is really unfortunate to see.
And I know we laugh, we joke about how much we want Westfield to win, but at the same time, we want it to be fair and square, and we want it to be with the best players possible on each end. And Garrett Sherrill is one of the best players on this Brownsburg team. And as he's walking off, no problem. You love to see that. Garrett Sherrill, just an absolute warrior. And let's go over here. We have a truck in the end zone. And we have a competition. It looks like our incredible athletic director, Andy Tebby, is out there. And it looks like they're trying to just throw balls into the truck, the bed of the truck. I have no idea, man. Oh, this is for a scholarship.
This reminds me of the Dr. Pepper event.
Yeah, this is some Dr. Pepper stuff right here. And we have a 10-yard throw. Jordan, her name's Jordan. Jordan cocks her arm, throws. It's in the bed of the truck. Perfect throw. She backs up to the 15-yard line, throws. It's in the bed of the truck. Gets to the 20-yard line, airs it out. And it is in the bed of the truck. She's cooking to the 25 right hash. And it's, rims out. Going for it again. Bombs it away, and it is just short. Jordan throwing, and it is short again. Jordan throws, and for the third time in a row, short. Throws it with as much might as she has, short. Throws, and it's short. I think that's about all we're going to get there, but just an incredible effort. That's when you know it's a blowout.
Whatever makes the community happy. We got the homecoming court nominations up at halftime, so that'll ease the mood a little bit.
Oh yeah, I mean, we got the one and only Avery Hudgens. He's nominated for the junior thing. I don't know. I don't keep up with this stuff, man. I really don't. But Jackson Gilbert, he's nominated for Homecoming King. I voted for him, quite frankly. Because, quite frankly, you got to vote for QB1.
Absolutely. So, yeah, the community's got that to look forward to. And maybe Westfield's got something in store for us. Let's see here.
Let's see what they got. And Porth is on to attempt a long field goal. This is going to be a 45-yarder on the right hash as we open the second quarter. Here's Porth on for a 45-yarder. The right hash mark. Good snap. Good hold. It's down. It's up. And it is... Oh! Good! Hit the crossbar, but it's in. Spencer Porth, 45 yards out. I mean, that's a hard kick for many high school level kickers, but he's still, just elite.
A level above high school kickers. At first, I thought that was no good. It was a little bit of momentum, but nope.
You know what would have been perfect? A blocked kick. That would have been perfect.
Taken to the house. Oh, man.
That would make great documentary material.
It would.
But it's a 24-0 Brownsburg lead with 11:53 left. And let's take a quick look around the league. Center Grove up 7-0 over Lawrence Central in the first quarter. In the second quarter, though, Hamilton Southeastern and Zionsville are tied 0-0. Two of Westfield's closest opponents in this season. This one, not close right now, but we might be getting there.
And I hope we do.
Porth bombs it away. Garnett back deep to receive, and it's fair caught. What do you know? And that's no disrespect to Kendall Garnett, obviously. It's more praising Spencer Porth. And Brody Baines the same way. His kicking is, I guess on kickoffs especially, is just great. A little bit of fresh air. How about I open up this window? Just a little bit. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Let's shut it. Had an obstructed view. And Carson Melvin's in at quarterback. First down and 10 for Westfield from the 20-yard line. 3 receivers right. Carson Melvin, his home Westfield varsity debut. He did play varsity for Plainfield, and a timeout is called. Or not a timeout necessarily. It looks like just putting more time. 3 receivers right. 4 up front for Brownsburg. Melvin in the gun. Gets the snap. Rolls to his right. Pitches it out to Garnett. Garnett gets to the 22 on the left hash, and he is stopped by a swarm of purple, white. Carson Melvin. We talked about him coming in earlier, and what do you know? He's here.
A little bit earlier than I anticipated, but I like the move.
Yeah, 3 receivers right. If it second down and 8 for Westfield from their own 22. Melvin rolls to his right. He's got Aaron Bullis on the near side at the 25, hauls it in, and he is wrapped up out of bounds. And you see, I got confused. I've been saying Gilbert all year, and on the stop, it looked like that was for Brownsburg. Best there again. Third down and 5 from the 25. 4 up front for Brownsburg. Melvin in the gun. Goes for the hard count. And a whistle is blown. It's going to be a false start on the Shamrocks.
I'd expect Melvin to be rolling out of the pocket a lot tonight. I don't expect a lot of pocket throws, a lot of play action.
Yeah, and we see him. He's moving out of the pocket. Like you said, he's moving out of the pocket. In and out. He's been rolling to his right a lot. He's getting good protection on that right side. I think he should continue taking advantage of it. Third down and 10 for Westfield from their own 20. Melvin gets the snap, rolls to his left, throws on the far side, 30. He's got a man. It's caught. Still on his feet. Gets to the 35. And that is Parker Knott moving the chains for the Shamrocks.
A big play last week, a big play this week. Props to Parker Knott coming in.
That's a game changer right there. First down and 10 for Westfield from the 36-yard line, their own 36. Melvin gets the snap, hands it off up the middle to Garnett, and Garnett got nothing on that as he's wrapped up for Brownsburg. It looked like to me on the stop, hard to tell from up here, Max Foltz getting the initial contact. Second down and 10 with 10 minutes left in the half. The first half, Brownsburg up 24-0 if you're just now tuning in. 2 receivers right. 3 up front for Brownsburg. Melvin gets the snap, fakes the pitch out. Sorry, looking for Arab Bullis. Sorry about that. I mean, just Melvin fooled me there too. Got me all discombobulated, you know. He was looking for Aaron Bullis, and it was incomplete. That brings up third down and 10. And last time it was third down and 10. Found Parker Knott.
We need another big play like that. I kind of want to see him scramble, but I know he has the mobility to.
He definitely has the mobility to. Here's Melvin with 3 receivers right. At their own 37-yard line, third down and 10. Brownsburg bringing up 3. And we've got a timeout for Westfield using their first timeout of the evening. Carson Melvin, what have you seen from him that you've liked so far in an extremely small sample size, keep in mind?
I've liked the speed. I've liked the timeliness of him getting the ball out. And I feel he brings a little bit more hope to his team right now.
And yeah, quite frankly, Jackson Gilbert, man. I just got to say real quickly to Jackson Gilbert that he's an unreal competitor. He's a great leader. And I don't think I don't think he's going to take this personally. I think he's going to use it to better himself. Was he necessarily playing bad? No. But I think they just wanted to make a change.
Nothing was really getting going offensively.
Third down and 10 with 9:50 left in the first half. The receiver's right. Melvin with Garnett on his left hip. It's a snap, fakes the give. Pressure coming, throws over the middle, and it's nearly caught by Max Nosler. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did! Max Nosler at the 50-yard line hauls it in. Carson Melvin, you are unreal.
Unreal catch by Max Nosler, but Melvin has been delivering.
First down and 10 for Westfield from their own 49 on the left hash. Brownsburg bringing up 3. Melvin gets the snap, gives it to Garnett up the middle, and Garnett plows his way to about the 47-yard line. And the stop comes with Brownsburg from Jackson Sargent. Second down and 7 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 48. 3 up front. Melvin gets the snap, gives it to Garnett, and Garnett is stopped at the 46-yard line. He was just immediately brought down. And on the stop is Colin Kelly for the Bulldogs, and Zeke Richardson coming out on the field for Westfield.
Brownsburg defensive line, and they haven't let Garnett really do it tonight.
And he's not on the field right now. Melvin's alone in the gun for third down and 5 from the Brownsburg 46 with 8:40 left in the half, with the clock ticking. Melvin alone in the gun, gets the snap, takes off himself left, gets to the 43, and he is stopped a few yards short of the first down marker. And that brings up fourth down. Do you go for it here? I think so. But at the same time, that gives, if you don't get it, that gives so much momentum to Brownsburg.
At this point in the game, I see you really don't have a choice.
Fourth down and 2 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 43. Melvin alone in the gun. Gets the snap. Takes off up the middle. He's got the first down and more. Gets to the 35-yard line before he's tripped up by Arian Balance. Carson Melvin making plays on with both his arm and his feet.
We knew we were going to get that from him tonight. Once we saw him take the field, he was really hyped up. Originally the starter for that injury, so...
First down and 10 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 36. Melvin alone in the gun yet again, 4 up front. Aaron Bullis motioning left, and there is a flag thrown. It's going to be a false start on Westfield, it looks like. Penalties are a drive killer. You said it 2 weeks ago, and it holds true.
It does.
But I wouldn't say a 5-yard penalty like that is a huge drive killer. I wouldn't really go that far with that.
Mainly on offense, I'd say holding.
Oh, yeah. First down and 15 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 41. 3 up front for Brownsburg. Melvin gets the snap. Hands it off up the middle. That's Max Nosler getting to the 38-yard line, and he is trampled by Mason Kiefer. It's still a dog pile at the bottom. That brings up second down. And still pretty long. Second down and 13, it looks like, for Westfield. Second down and 12, actually, with 7 minutes left in the half. You're just now tuning in. Brownsburg up 24-0 over Westfield. Few receivers left. Melvin in the gun, gets the snap, gives it, fakes the give, throws over the middle, intended for Brock Parker, and it's tipped and incomplete, but the flag is down. And on the coverage was Davin Pearson, for the Bulldogs. And let's see what the call is here. Ineligible man downfield on Westfield. You can't make this stuff up.
They knew immediately. You could tell by the way they were walking.
It's just, Kendall Garnett finally back out on the field. What looked like so much momentum going in Westfield's way, finally, with Carson Melvin at quarterback, it stunts. And third down and 12 from the 38-yard line, the Brownsburg 38. Melvin gets the snap. Looks to throw, throws over the middle for Bo Braun. It's in the dirt and incomplete at the 25. Great coverage by Pearson. That brings up fourth down and long for Westfield. And Brody Bames going to punt this one away.
Try to pin him deep, but at this point, if I'm Westfield, I know it's 4th and 12. They had so much going there. I would have gone for it.
Yeah, I mean, homecoming night, but if you're listening to the crowd, you really can't tell. You could hear a pin drop, man. It's just been a disaster for Westfield. Bame gets it. Bombs it away. And this one, ooh, almost saved. Goes to the end zone for a touchback. That was almost saved. I have to give credit where credit is due for Westfield, though, to Quinn Hampton. Quinn Hampton almost saving that. And that would have put Brownsburg inside the 3-yard line.
That would have been some momentum right there.
First down and 10 for Brownsburg from their own 20. 6:43 left in the first half. Brownsburg up 24-0. Dunn with Sherrill on his right hip. Gets the snap, gives it to Sherrill. Cox right, gets to the 25, and he is tackled around like the shirt area at the 26-yard line by Jake Good. I'm not going to say horse collar tackle because that's obviously not true, but he's brought down at the 26-yard line by Jake Good. That brings up second down and 5 actually from the 25-yard line right hash. 2 receivers left. We have Thomas Vandergriffen at corner for Westfield. Dunn looking right towards the sideline. And a timeout is called by Brownsburg. I wonder what the miscommunication was there. But when you have 3 timeouts and you're up by 24, just burn it.
Here's the question. Do you think Brownsburg is surprised they're up by this much?
I mean, I am, quite frankly. I don't know if they are. I think they're a very confident team, just like we are. I think this Westfield team is an absolute shock. But let's not act like it's over, quite frankly. We're acting all defeated, but let's not act like this game is over. It quite frankly is not. I think there's been some signs of life from Westfield we saw in that last offensive drive. I'm going to keep the positivity going. You all might not be feeling it, but I'm feeling it, man.
Yeah, 28-3, Falcons, Patriots, Super Bowl. We all saw how that went. It's not over yet.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great comparison. Jake Dunn might be a lot more mobile than Matt Ryan, though. Second down and 5 for Brownsburg from their own 25. For Westfield, Dunn alone in the gun, gets the snap, takes it up the middle, gets to the 30 on the right hash, and he is trampled by Samuel Pariah, and he's got the first down. That's going to move the chains. And just with Brownsburg on the season right now, they've scored over 40 points in all but one game, and that was a game where they scored 35 points.
Not much you can do. I'm really surprised at how mobile Brownsburg's quarterback Dunn has been tonight.
First and 10 from the 30. Dunn gets the snap, hands it off to Sherrill. Sherrill Cox right, gets a cutback move, gets to the 40-yard line on the far side, and he's got the first down at around the 44-yard line. Garrett Sherrill, he's been, after the injury, he's still going. He's still going. I gotta give credit where credit is due to Garrett Sherrill.
Such a warrior.
But at the same time, there's a key difference between being injured and being hurt. I think he was just hurt. And right now, he's not on the field. I think that's A.J. Job in the backfield. What's coming? And A.J. Job is lit up! Micah Webster put him in a body bag. My goodness.
Yeah, Micah read that immediately.
Sheesh. A.J. Job, are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up?
Shows the power of a leg day enthusiast and Micah Webster. That's
Micah Webster, the leading tackler on this Westfield team. Great read on the blitz. Just coming right towards him. Second down and 14 for Brownsburg from their own 40. Right hash, done. Fakes the give. Not much pressure. Throws over the middle for Ollinger, and he's got him at the 25. Hauls it in, and that's a first down for Brownsburg in Westfield territory. Just when they had the momentum, they don't have it. Aiden Ollinger. First grab of the night. First down and 10 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 25 with 4:15 left in the first half. Dunn gets it. Gives it to Sherrill. Sherrill cocking right on the far side. Gets a cutback move. Gets to the 18-yard line. And he is finally tripped up and stopped just shy of the first down marker.
you're Westfield. Sorry, but I think all the momentum may be gone.
I'm not going to give up. Casey Graybill on the tackle. He's been great this year. Second down and 3 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 18. Dunn for a hard count. Doesn't get it. Looks to his right. As Sherrill on his left hip gets the snap. Gives it up the middle to Sherrill. And Sherrill is stunted short of the first down marker. And that brings up third down and short for Brownsburg from the Westfield 17, it looks like.
I think even a field goal here is huge for Westfield, just to hold them to a field goal.
That's third down with 3 minutes left. Third down and 2 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 17. Done. Gives it to Job. And Job gets hit hard again, and a flag is down. Job had the first down, just barely, but he got lit up, man. Was it Webster again? It's hard to tell from our angle, but it looked like that may have been Micah Webster again, and that's going to be a penalty on Westfield.
Micah Webster's had his number tonight.
Yeah, just taking your anger out on poor AJ Job. No, it's football. It's football. People act like it's something else, but quite frankly, it's just playing the game physically.
Heated faces. I gotta believe Gilbert's gonna rally the guys up at halftime.
Oh, totally.
Get a little something going.
Gilbert's culture, the culture he's built at Westfield, he's taught these young men just to be disciplined, and I think that could definitely go into Westfield's favor in the second half. First down goal from the 7-yard line. .219 left in the half. Dunn gets it. Hands off to Garrett, and Garrett gets to about the 7-yard line before he's tripped up. Garrett Sherrill. Westfield looking for a big stand in the red zone. Clock ticking, 1:50 left in the first half. Dunn in the gun. Didn't mean to rhyme there. Gets the snap, high snap, bobbles it. Looks to throw over the middle. He's got a man in the end zone. It's caught. That's a touchdown for Brownsburg. And on the touchdown catch for Brownsburg, that was Cameron Edwards, who plays a little bit of linebacker. And that's a 30-0 Bulldogs lead with 1:32 left in the first quarter. Just nothing I could have expected.
I maybe could see Brownsburg winning, but I never expected this.
And we have movement up front early. It looks like Westfield may have gone a bit too early on the PAT. And yep, that's going against Westfield. Offsides. And the worst part about it, though, is Brownsburg. They get the ball going at the beginning of the second half. And with the penalty, Brownsburg, they're going to go for 2. With the putting them half the distance of the goal at the 1-yard line, that's a no-brainer. Go for 2. Might as well. You're up 30-0.
Even if they get it, it makes. I don't know what difference it really makes by this point.
Here we go. 2-point conversion. And done. Wait a second. Rolls to his left, and he's not going to get it. He is tripped up at the 3-yard line. Drew Law getting to him, and the 2-point conversion is no bueno for the Bulldogs. 1:32 left in the first half. Brownsburg up 30-0. We're going to take a quick commercial break. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network. We're back. 1:32 left in the first half. Brownsburg up 30-0. A failed 2-point conversion. Drew Law, he's been everywhere tonight. Fourth, kicks it away. Garnett gets it, and he's actually going to return it. He bobbles it, has to jump on the football, picks it up, and they call him down at the 5-yard line. Whew. One time we do return it.
That about summarizes this first half. It's unfortunate. It really is. Maybe we get some second half magic. Gilbert's going to have, like I said earlier, Gilbert's going to have the guys rallied up. But I don't know how much it can do.
Callie Sigler, our sideline reporter, she usually does a talk with Coach Gilbert at halftime. Going into halftime. I don't expect that. We got our guy TCD on the big screen. Jackson Gilbert's back out there at quarterback with 1:28 left in the half. Love to see that, showing blitz. Gilbert fires right on the near side. He's got Gabe Aaron Bullis hauling it in. Jackson Gilbert getting the momentum rolling, playing the sidelines. That's what you like to see. 1:24 though, 2 timeouts for Westfield. Second down and 6 from their own 11. Gilbert gives it to Garnett. Garnett sheds tacklers, gets to the 16-yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and short for Westfield. 3rd down and 2, it looks like. As the clock ticks, 1-minute mark, Gilbert gets it on 3rd down and 2. Throws deep for Arabullis, and it's nearly intercepted at the 40-yard line. My goodness, Diego Munez almost getting some of that. Great coverage, though, by Munez. That was a good look, though. Aaron Bullis, one-on-one.
Yeah. Usually can find some success on that route.
4th down and 2. Are they really going to go for it here? Oh, man, with a minute left, that just could give them an extra opportunity to score. Gilbert going back under center very quickly. Nosler motioning right, and a timeout is called. They're obviously not going to go for it. They're just going to try and get a hard count. They're going to punt it away. Yeah, that would be way too risky. Backed up in your own territory where Brownsburg could easily just steal 3 points right there, or quite frankly, they could steal 7.
Yeah, there's too much risk for reward at this point. Westfield's just got to go into that locker room, figure out whatever's going on here tonight, see if they can mount any magic back in the second half.
But on a much more cheerful note, let's take a look around the league. Fort Wayne Snyder up against Homestead 17-14 at halftime. Snyder undefeated on the season. And Carmel up 17-0 over North Central. No surprise there. And finally, HSC in the second quarter up 17-14 over Zionsville. Bame on to punt it away. Ben Davis, they've already put up 30 points on Lawrence North. They're a state championship contender. Bame. Ooh, that one didn't go as far, but he's got the right roll on it. And that gets to the 46-yard line on the near side, picked up by Jake Good. Brody Bame, it looked like that was just way too high, but Brody Bame, he gives us delightful surprises every time, and it gave us a great roll right there.
That just shows you why he 5-star Brody Bame.
That's why. And when you talk to him, you would never know. You absolutely would never know he's a 5-star. And here we go, Jake Dunn and the Brownsburg offense. First down and 10 from their own 46. Alone in the gun. Cheryl motioning right, fakes the give. Pressure coming from Goodvine, rolls to his right. Will he get it off? He throws it towards the sideline for Ollinger on the far side. It's incomplete and over his head. The pressure coming from Pariah and Goodvine. It was too much for him.
Goodvine got right up the middle. Almost got him.
Here we go. Second down and 10 for Brownsburg from their own 46-yard line. Dunn with Cheryl on his left hip. Shotgun snap. Hands it off to Cheryl. Cheryl cocking left towards the near side. He is wrapped up by Micah Webster and Brock Stewart. Micah Webster, he's been unreal tonight. That hit he had on A.J. Job, I haven't really seen anything like that all year.
I haven't either. Such a great athlete, as we always talk about. Track, 800 runner at his size. Once in a lifetime type stuff.
Third down and 8, 10 seconds left. They're not going to run a play. That's the end of the half. And Brownsburg walks off. And that is the end of the first half. The Brownsburg Bulldogs up 30-0 over Westfield. Callie, she's going to probably go talk to Coach Gilbert. She's probably going to get denied, quite frankly. I think he's in no mood to talk. And Gilbert, wait a second. He's got all of his guys around him on the sideline. Let's take a look at what's going on here. I think he's talked to Feltrinelli quite a bit tonight. And it's just giving that disappointing look. Like, you know, like when your father's disappointed in you or your parents are disappointed in you? Yeah, that look. It's truly more it's more heartbreaking than any punishment. Embarrassing, but the game's not over yet. Is it really? It's never over with this Westfield team. They have no quit. And on the homecoming court, we got Jake Good, Alex Aaron Bullis, Avery Hudgens, Colton Vondersar, and QB1 Jackson Gilbert. And we'll take a quick look at that, and we'll be back for second half action. You are watching the Westfield Sports Network.
school, full of spirit and lots of competition. On behalf of Westfield High School administration, student body, we would like to express our gratitude to our parade sponsors for their loyalty and support, as well as the parade committee. Special thanks to committee chairs Ginger John Cody and Trisha Shanks, along with all of the other parade committee members who make it possible. Thank you for all of you coming out and making our homecoming parade a treasured tradition. First, we'll introduce the winners of the homecoming floats. The Spirit Award goes to the volleyball program. The next float has 2 awards. The awards are the Rivalry Award and the Creativity Award, and that goes to the FFA float. And the overall float winner is Maple Glen Elementary. Congratulations. Okay, now let's meet our 2023 homecoming court. On this year's freshman court, we have Leica Heckman, the daughter of Zachary Heckman. She is escorted tonight by Grayson Wolf Owens, the son of Chelsea Wolf and Andrew Owens. Next, we have Ella Bozar, the daughter of Libby and Brett Bozar. Tonight, she is escorted by Kira York, the daughter of Jessica and Nathan York. And ladies and gentlemen, this year's freshman princess is Ella Bozar. And this year's freshman prince is Grayson Wolf Owens. Congratulations, Ella and Grayson. Let's hear it for our freshman court. First up, we have Gracie Schubert, the daughter of Ann Boley and Craig Schubert. Gracie is escorted tonight by Brody Sutton, the son of Parker Sutton and Lindsay Sutton. Next up is Olivia Murray, the daughter of Brooke and Aaron Murray, and she is escorted tonight by Alex Aaron Bolus, the son of Ron and Griselda Aaron Bolus. And next we have Taylor King, the daughter of Beth King. Tonight Taylor is escorted by John Adabelsham, the son of Vivian Felfel and Ahmad Adabelsham. And this year's sophomore princess is Taylor King. And this year's sophomore prince is Alex Aaron Boulez. Congratulations, Taylor and Alex. Let's hear it for our sophomore homecoming court. Now let's meet our junior homecoming court. First up, we have Megan Krugerberg, the daughter of Rachel and Tim Krugerberg. And tonight she is escorted by Nick Peck, the son of Tim and Perry Peck. Next up, we have Kennedy Brown, the daughter of Kim Brown. She is escorted tonight by Avery Huggins, the son of Rachel Huggins and Albert Huggins, and stepson of Stephanie Bill Huggins. Next up, we have Julia Kolodziejczyk, the daughter of Patty and Andy Kolodziejczyk. She is escorted tonight by Michael Manella, the son of Keith and Julie Manella. And now, this year's junior princess is Megan Zuckerberg. And this year's junior prince is Avery Huggins. Congratulations. now, Westfield, it is time to meet your senior homecoming court. First up, we have Shannon McQuillan and Bahar Bashir. Shannon is the daughter of Kim McQuillan, and Shannon plans to study business at Ball State University post-graduation. Bahar Bashir is the son of Safa and Abraham Bashir, and Bahar plans to attend Duke University to study medicine to become a cardiac surgeon and hopefully Surgeon General of the United States. Next up, we have Maddie Hay and Jacob Good. Maddie Hay, daughter of Nora and Matt Hay, she plans to study business at Indiana University post-graduation. Jacob Good, son of Michael and Heather Good, plans to study business at either Indiana University or Purdue University. Our next seniors are Isabel Snyder and Jackson Gilbert. Isabel Snyder, the daughter of Brooke and Kara Snyder, she plans to attend college to study something in the science field post-graduation. Jackson Gilbert, the son of Jake and Christina Gilbert, plans to play football in college post-graduation. Next up, we have Mary Kate Sloan and Colton Vandersar. Mary Kate Sloan, the daughter of Lisa and Chuck Sloan, plans to attend Purdue University to study medicine. Colton Vandersar, son of Josh and Stephanie Vandersar, plans to attend college and study human health sciences post-graduation. Our next senior members are Grace Partee and Ronald Jenhattan. Grace Partee, the daughter of Amy and Brett Partee, plans to attend the University of Iowa to study entrepreneurship and business. While there, Grace also plans to be a manager for the University of Iowa wrestling team. Lionel Jenhattan, son of Rena and Barry Jenhattan, he plans to become a commercial pilot post-graduation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've been waiting for, your 2023 homecoming king is Jackson Gilbert. And your 2023 homecoming queen is Isabel Snyder. Congratulations, Isabel and Jackson. And let's hear it one more time, Westfield, for the entire 2023 Westfield High School homecoming court.
From Westfield, Indiana, please welcome the Westfield High School Marching Band. Westfield's 2023 program is Uncharted and features Come Sail Away by Styx, Lost Without You by Freya Ridings, and the music of Philip Glass. Westfield High School is proud to present in exhibition performance drum majors Caleb McConkey, Brianna Clark, and Ava Alessandrini, and the pride of Westfield.
And we are back. Second half action. I have a special guest here in the studio, not the studio, the press box with me. Cameron, no, do you want to say something to the people?
Hi, it's Cameron. I'm behind the scenes. I think homecoming's gonna be great. We're gonna do great this second half.
Great.
Bye.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, let's get our guy DT back in the game. What's up, my friend?
What's up?
Not much, man. It's just it's been rough. I have to tell you, but this team has no wit. The views are piling in after Cameron No's appearance. Would you look at that? But anyway, pretty eventful halftime break. Anthony Richardson in the building.
Gotta love that.
Yeah, he's right behind us. Yeah, Anthony Richardson was right behind us when we were taking our break. Didn't say anything because, you know, he's a human trying to enjoy a football game. Anyway, Brody Bames on to kick this one away. I gotta respect it though. I've never had a concussion in my life, but I feel like you wouldn't want to be in a huge public space when you have a concussion. So props to Anthony. Anyway, Bame. Second half kickoff. And we are underway, second half action as the sky has gone dark on a beautiful Westfield September night. Back at the end zone for a touchback. That is actually the first time Westfield has kicked off all game. Isn't that something?
I really hope it's not the last, but
No. It won't be.
it won't be. We're gonna get a couple touchdowns here. Maybe.
Oh, but we're winning, bro.
Winning. Yeah.
Corey Smith was the deep man. Now, from Brownsburg, from their own 20-yard line. Four up front. Two receivers left. Three linebackers done. Gets the high snap. Hands it off to Job up the middle. Gets to the 23-yard line. And he's brought down by a pile of rocks. And that includes Alex Arambolas. And Alex Arambolas playing through cramps. Or he had a cramp last week. And a finger injury this week. I mean, the guy's a warrior. Second down and 8 for Brownsburg from their own 22.
Pressure here.
Dunn alone in the gun. Fires right on the far side. He's got a man at the 24-yard line, and he is pushed out of bounds by Drew Law. And it looked like for Brownsburg, it was yet again Cameron Edwards, the guy who caught the touchdown earlier. And no gain on that. No gain? Wait a second. Third down and 5, actually. Sorry, it was a gain of 3. Little malfunction. Third down and 5 for Brownsburg from their own 25-yard line. This is a huge play for Westfield. Two receivers right. Dunn in the gun. Pressure coming from Webster, throws over the middle, check down at the 30. He's got Ollinger, gets to the 40, still on his feet, trucking his way to the 50. He's got the first down for Brownsburg. He's finally brought down by Feltrinelli and Law. Caden Ollinger, man, just the check down, it proved to be pretty beneficial for the Bulldogs. First down and 10 from their own 48. Westfield showing blitz, Dunn, high snap, hands it off to his running back. Cox right gets to the 46-yard line. That is the first carry of the game for Michael Weehee. And Weehee on the season so far, 4.5 yards per carry.
On the topic of Alex Arambolas, want to congratulate him on winning Hoko Prince for the class of 2026.
Yeah, Jackson Gilbert, homecoming king, along with homecoming queen, golf superstar Isabella Snyder. I wasn't really keeping up with it, though. I was too focused on this game. But still, I'm happy for everyone who won. And if he didn't win, not the end of the world.
Got farther than most.
Exactly. If I ran, do you know how many votes I would get?
You'd
All
win,
of them.
win the
No,
contest.
I'm playing. No, I'm kidding. I would not get any votes if I ran, even though I am the play-by-play announcer. No one really cares. DT, I think you would get a lot of votes.
Maybe. I'd like to think so.
I know so. And wait a second. We got play resuming. 2nd down and 5 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 47. Dunn gets it. Hands it off the middle to Weehee. Weehee gets a spin move at the 40. And he's got the first down. He stopped with forward progress. Was never really brought down, though. And yep, that moves the chains for Brownsburg. Garrett, it looks like just we've seen the last of Garrett Sherrill tonight, possibly. 1st down and 10 for Brownsburg from the Westfield 41. Dunn. Shotgun snap. Looks to throw over the middle. He's got his tight end at the 20. Gets a cutback move. Far side. Touchdown. Are you serious? Cameron Edwards. His 2nd touchdown of the day. Using the speed in Brownsburg. Up 36-0 with 9:40 left in the 3rd quarter.
That's. Oh, man. No words.
Yeah, man. Horath on for the PAT. And there's movement up front again from Micah Webster. He moved too early. And now Brownsburg, what they could do is just go 2-point conversion right here.
Make it 38-0.
And make it 38-0. Why not? I mean, anyway, I mean, or they're going to still go for the PAT. Didn't want to, rub it in too much. Quite frankly, I don't blame them one bit. Fourth puts it up. That's good. 37-0 Brownsburg. 8:47 left in the 3rd quarter. Sorry, I mean, you're Westfield. What can they do to just make this margin closer with this upcoming drive?
I'd say just take shots down the field by this point. I mean, obviously a comeback, which we believe in our Rocks, but this is a stretch. Shots
Right now. To be fair, it's a long drive. I get it.
It's a hike.
But this Westfield student section, they are still here and they are still proud. And here we go. Horath with 8:47 left in the 3rd. Kicks it away. Back of the end zone. Touchback. And at quarterback, it's Jackson Gilbert. Why do you think they went to Carson Melvin for one drive, and then it's been 2 drives in a row we've seen Jackson Gilbert?
I have this suspicion, which I could be completely wrong, that there may have been talks that maybe there was a hand injury.
Really?
Or some sort of injury, because I don't see why they would pull him for one possession. And Carson got some stuff going.
Yeah, I know he did. You got sources, or is it just a?
It's just an assumption. Could be 100% wrong.
I was gonna say you're like the Shefty of Westfield. Gilbert pitches it out left to Garnett. Garnett on the far side, 25, trucks his way through defenders, gets to the 26, still on his feet, gets to about the 30-yard line, just shy of the first down marker. Never mind, that moves the chains. Kendall Garnett using his grit to keep it moving.
The elusiveness, the speed, the quickness.
1st down and 10 for Westfield from their own 30. 3 up front for the Bulldogs. Gilbert pitches out left to Garnett. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And he gets to the 34-yard line after shedding a tackler with a spin move. Kendall Garnett, man. The pitch. It's worked so far in this drive. Here we go. 2nd down and 6 for Westfield with Gilbert fakes the give, throws right on the screen pass to Nosler, gets to the 35, still on his feet, and he is wrapped up and stopped at around the 39-yard line. And on the stop for Brownsburg was Alex Fisher, the linebacker, the sophomore linebacker. 3rd down and 1 for Westfield. Gilbert gives it to Garnett. Fights his way for extra yardage. He's got the first down, but are you serious? A penalty is down. He got to the 44-yard line. And we see fingers pointing both ways as we await the official call. And that's going against Brownsburg. Westfield moves the chains on that play. It ain't over till it's over.
On that topic of my assumption about Jackson Gilbert, I want to say that I have no sources, and I was just assuming that there was maybe an injury there, something minor. I do not know that for sure, and I guess I'm probably wrong. But I just didn't understand why he was only out for one series.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. 1st down and 10 for Westfield, now in Brownsburg territory for only the 2nd time tonight, I believe. Gilbert rolls left, looks like he's going to take off, and gets to the 39-yard line, lunges to get extra yardage, and he is brought down and stopped. And on the stop for Brownsburg is Diego Munez. What's so funny, Drew?
Nothing.
I probably butchered that name. 2nd down and 7. Westfield, Brownsburg territory. Gilbert throws over the middle. He's got a wide open man. Max Nosler. He's got the touchdown, and Westfield is on the board. Don't count us out.
Max Nosler got a massive hole there, broke loose, able to score a touchdown. Gives the Rocks a little bit of momentum, bringing that student section back to life. Love to see it.
Max Nosler, his 3rd touchdown of the season. And with 4:50 left in the 3rd quarter, Westfield clawing their way back into this contest.
Yes, they have.
Game puts it up, and it is good. A 30-point ball game now. And you might be thinking, Rowan, why are you getting so excited? That it's because this Westfield team, the fight that they've shown all season, winning games in the second half, I can't doubt them. I really can't.
Never doubt out this team. This is how Coach Gilbert has built this program off grit, integrity, and faith, and it shows.
Indeed, it has. I mean, we talked about, I highly doubt Callie was going to be able to get an interview with Coach Gilbert at halftime. Coach Gilbert still went ahead and did it. I mean, he actually went up to her. He's like, "You ready?" He knew it was going to be difficult, and he still goes through it. And I think that's how it should be. I guess it's a life lesson in general, is that things are going to be difficult, but you have to keep going, man. What do I know? Bame on to kick it off. After this kickoff, we're going to take a look around the league, and we got some drastic changes around the league. I told you it wouldn't be the last kickoff on the last kickoff for Bame, and Bame kicks it off back at the end zone. It's going to be caught by Job in the end zone for a fair catch. Let's take a quick look around the league. Fort Wayne Snyder and Homestead tied 17-17 in the 4th quarter. Big rivalry matchup there. Carmel up 17-0 against North Central. And then our secondary game of the week, really. HSC up 24-17 over Zionsville. Zionsville, quite frankly, not that bad this year. They were a field goal away from beating Westfield.
It's still so crazy to think about. It really is that they should have beat Westfield if we really keep honest with ourselves.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda. 1st down and 10 for Brownsburg from their own 20. Done. Gets it, hands it off to Weehee. Weehee up the middle, spin move, sheds tacklers, gets to the 28, and he's finally tripped up and stopped by Webster. He will be just shy of the 1st down marker.
you're Brownsburg, you keep taking shots downfield, or is it to the point now where you're at comfort with the score?
I think I really don't think you should ever be at comfort with the score because that's how you lose, my friend.
True.
I think they just keep running the ball. 2nd down and 3 for Brownsburg from their own 27. And Weehee looks like he's just short. And we have a new quarterback in, by the way, for Brownsburg. The new quarterback is Iosha Stevens. Stevens, so far on the season, has 1 touchdown pass and 71% completion. And Andrew Liskey's limping off the field, but Stevens is in at quarterback. Stevens only a junior. 3rd down and 1 for Brownsburg from their own 29-yard line. Westfield showing blitz. Stevens takes it himself. Cox right. He's got the 1st down. And he's still on his feet, getting to the right hash, 40. My goodness. Their quarterbacks, they have just a great running ability. Both of them, Dunn and Stevens, have good running ability.
That's one of those things. If you're Westfield and you've got to get them off the field.
Yeah, you have to. They really haven't been able to get them off the field all day. Have they punted once?
I don't believe so.
Oh, they haven't. Wow. 1st and 10 for Brownsburg from their own 39. Stevens hands off to Job. Job gets to the 40, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage, wrapped up and stopped by Drew Law. Man, Drew Law has been incredible tonight. As the clock rolls towards 1:40 left in the 3rd quarter, and Westfield, with every ticking second, becomes more and more unlikely that a comeback will come to fruition.
Never say never.
Never say never. But hey, scoreboard's not looking too hot. Never say never, but we got to report the facts. It's not looking too hot. Stevens, 2nd down and 10 from their own 39, alone in the gun. And he goes jet sweep to Job. Job on the far side gets to the 45, and he is tripped up. Alex Aaron is tripping him up, and then a little bit of turf monster. And we have an injured Shamrock. If tonight couldn't get any worse, Liam Butler. Liam Butler, he's come into this team this season, has played a much bigger role than many anticipated, and it's for good reason because Liam Butler has been incredible this season. And unfortunate to see him down on the field.
I really hope it is what I call a stunner.
Yeah, I mean,
and it's not something serious.
He's up on his feet, but he's struggling. I can't lie, dude. He's struggling. Yeah, has to be helped up, but positive takeaways that he's up. That's the positive thing to take away is that he's up somewhat. Liam Butler.
Something's not right, man.
Something's not right. By the way, shout out to our incredible training staff. Dealing with a lot of adversity here and still performing very well. Helping Liam Butler off the field. 3rd down and 3 for Brownsburg from their own 46. Right hash. Stevens in the gun with 3 receivers left. Job on his right hip. And they got the blue medical tent out for Liam Butler. 3rd down and 3. Stevens gets the snap, takes off himself, and Goodfine's got him behind the line of scrimmage. William Goodfine. So dangerous the way he's able to get past the middle of the line to get through there. That brings up 4th down, and Brownsburg, they finally punt this away, or are they going to actually go for it here on 4th down and 7 from backed up now at their own 42-yard line? As the clock ticks, they might not run another play in the 3rd quarter as there are 15 seconds in the clock ticking here on this 3rd quarter.
On that note, though, William Goodvine got up the middle so fast.
That's why he's going to Miami of Ohio. Guy's a stud.
Miami of Ohio recruits at the Rock well.
Oh, they sure do. And that is going to bring us to the end of the third quarter. Brownsburg up 37-7 over Westfield. Will Brownsburg punt? Will they not? We're going to have to tune back in to find out. And we're not going to go to break, actually. We're going to stay on for you. And let's take a quick look around the league. Well, nothing changed from our last update, but I do want to update you on Center Grove up 24-7 over LC. Now, look, LC 2-3 on the season so far, about to be 2-4, but I've got to say that offense is very high scoring, and they're a dangerous offensive group, quite frankly.
I have a comparison.
Okay.
Nebraska Cornhuskers, and I'll tell you why.
Uh-huh.
They don't win,
Matt Rule.
but they are always competitive.
Totally. Do you see like shades of the Matt Rule offense with LC at all, or?
I can kind of see it.
Yeah.
The quarterback play, I should say,
And look at that. They are actually going to punt this away. First punt of the day for Brownsburg. Andrew Liskey back deep to receive. The left hash 15. Fourth bombs it away. Liskey goes for the fair catch at the 20 on the right hash. He's got it. Make it the 19. And will we see Jackson Gilbert? Yes, we will. Or, oh, wait a second. But Melvin's also in the huddle. Keep in mind. Kind of a mystery who's going to come out. That's the beauty of having two elite quarterbacks.
it's a good problem to have.
That's a good because we've compared this Florida team, this Westfield team to 2008 Florida all the time with Tim Tebow leading the way. But do you know who was right behind Tim Tebow that year? Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. And Carson Melvin's out in the field. So our Cam Newton is out in the field.
I really like that comparison. He's big, he's fast, he's got an arm, just like Cam.
First down and 10 from the 19-yard line, Westfield's own 19-yard line. Melvin making his second drive at quarterback, his third drive all season for Westfield. Three up front for Brownsburg. Melvin in the gun. Fakes the give. Throws deep on the near side to Bo Braun. It's over his head and incomplete. Looking towards Braun at the 35-yard line. Good coverage there, I will say, with Brownsburg by Cameron Williams, the DB, the sophomore, too. You know what the beautiful thing is, though, for next year? Melvin likely to be the one. All three of his top receivers coming back with him.
Good receiving core, and this team, class of 2024, is extremely talented, but the classes to come are as well.
Exactly. But that's next year. We're still looking at Lucas Oil this year. 10 minutes left in the game. Second down and 10 for Westfield from their own 19. Melvin in the gun. Hands it off up the middle. Cox left. That's Garnett. Still on his feet at the 30. Trucks his way through defenders. Gets the first down on the right hash 35. Kendall Garnett. How can you stop him?
He gets a hole. Can't.
Yeah, 4.8 yards per carry on the season. That's surely going to go up after that play. First down and 10 for Westfield from their own 35. 4 up front for Brownsburg. Melvin, gun. Makes the give, rolls left, takes off. He cuts back. He's got a blocker on the near side, gets to the 50. He's got the first down, gets to about the 47-yard line in Brownsburg territory. Carson Melvin, he's extremely mobile. I just got to tell you, man.
He is. Got off that outside, little shifty move. Got a couple extra yards on top of that as well.
9 minutes left in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 48. Melvin in the gun. Rolls to his left on the near side. Gets a blocker at the 40. And he is finally pushed out of bounds by Cameron Williams. Second down and short coming up for Westfield. Parker Knott, Zeke Richardson, and Will Irwin are in at wide receiver. A new look at O-line as well. We got Tristan Cook-Dennis in at right guard. 3 up front, Brownsburg. Second down and 4. And off to Garnett. Cox right, and he is tripped up and stopped at just beyond the line of scrimmage. And that was Alex Fisher again on the stop for the Bulldogs. 3rd down and 4 for Westfield.
Had he not wrapped up there, I think he could have gotten at least 7 or 8 yards off that edge.
3rd down and 3 for Westfield, from the Brownsburg 41. 4 up front for Brownsburg, 3 left. Melvin gets a snap, fakes the give, throws over the middle. He's got a man at the 35. It's caught, hauled in by Parker Knott, and that is a 1st down for your Shamrocks.
Good little drop pass. Came up on a little short curl route. Short play, but is able to move the sticks.
1st down and 10 for Westfield with 7:40 left from the 35-yard line. Melvin throws left. He's got Parker Knott on the near side, gets to the 27, and he is pushed out of bounds by Cameron Williams. Parker Knott just tallying up the receptions in the drive.
I'd like to see Will Irwin, Slim,
Yeah, Slim Irwin podcast. We gotta plug it.
get a reception here. Friend of WHS Sports Live.
2nd down and 4 for Westfield. Brownsburg 29. Melvin gets it. Hands off to Garnett. Garnett, does he got the 1st down? He's finally brought down, but it looks like he's got the 1st down. That's going to move the chains. Westfield, no quit in them at all.
They may have less than 7 minutes to do it, but
Yeah, I mean,
let's get some points on the board.
1st and 10 for Westfield from the Brownsburg 24. Melvin gets it, fakes the give, throws right, and it's intercepted. Pass intended for Zeke Richardson, and it's picked off by Drew Bostic, Brownsburg, and not the best way to end that drive.
Miscommunication, I believe, with the receiver. I think they both thought they were running different routes. I don't know.
Yeah. Wasn't going for Richardson there. He was going for another receiver.
Yeah.
It looked like he was going for Knott. Melvin, he threw 7 interceptions. Lone season at Plainfield. He did throw 6 touchdowns. Let's just tell it how it is. And we have a new quarterback in for Brownsburg as the runner gets to the 15-yard line. The 3rd stringer for Brownsburg. This is Oscar Fry, the freshman quarterback. Oscar Fry has attempted 2 passes on the season so far, or 3 passes, sorry. Oscar Fry, I think Brownsburg thinks they have something in him.
Maybe they do.
We'll see. 5:30 left. Game. 2nd down and 10. Fry hands it off up the middle, gets to the 20-yard line on the left hash. It is finally brought down. That's Isaac Patterson on the carry for Brownsburg. 3rd down and 3 from Brownsburg's own 22-yard line with 5 minutes left in the ball game. Now tuning in Brownsburg up by 37-7.
You're Westwood, you got to get him off the field here if you want any sort of points back on the board.
Up the middle. He's got the 1st down, still on his feet. Did he get to the 30? I don't believe he did, but Drew Wolf coming in for Westfield on the D-line. You love to see that. Law and Deacon King coming out of the game. I think they deserve a standing ovation for what they've done tonight. Cato June is in for Westfield. No, not that Cato June. Son of legendary Colts linebacker Cato June. 1st down and 10 for Brownsburg. Fry gives it to Patterson. Patterson gets a gain of 2 before he is tripped up and stopped. Cato June with the tackle, so love to see that. 4 minutes left. 2nd down and 8 for Brownsburg. Ball at their own 30. This game is all but over.
Yeah. There are some positives, believe it or not, that we can take from this.
Fry high snap gives it to Patterson, though. Patterson is stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. And it looked like for Westfield, that was Ainsley Owali. 3rd down and 9. That was a loss of 1. 3 minutes left. Contest. 3rd down and 9 for Brownsburg from their own 29-yard line. Westfield 4 up front. Fry gets the snap. Makes the give. Throws right. He's got a man at the 35. Is tripped up at the 40-yard line, just shy of the first down marker. And that's going to move the chains for Brownsburg. And on the reception for Brownsburg on that play, it was Malik Diallo. Diallo, only a sophomore. And Fry, I got to say, he looked pretty impressive there. Maybe Brownsburg does have something in Oscar Fry in the future.
Clock killing begins.
Yep, I believe you're right, my friend. 30 left. Fry gets it up to Patterson, and he is stopped immediately at the line of scrimmage. Timeout is called by Westfield. What do you think this timeout is all about? Do you think it's just to avoid them eating the clock, or is it there's something more to this? Because let's be real, they're down 30.
I doubt it's as much to deal with eating the clock as more Coach Gilbert didn't like what he was seeing. This is the guys on the field are mostly JV guys now.
Yeah,
the starters are being pulled. I think it's kind of like this is your guys' moment. You can get some varsity snaps under your belt because that's the future of this team looking all down the road.
Yeah, I mean, simply put, just not I guess necessarily maybe a tryout, I would say, for this JV squad. I guess going into next year, there are a lot of great JV guys from last year that have played huge roles this season. First one that comes to mind is Bo Braun, a guy who was great in JV last year. Brock Stewart is another one that comes to mind. Corners for Westfield are Landon Porter, Thomas Vandergrift. Ben Wiggins, edge rusher for Westfield. 2nd down and 10 for Brownsburg from their own 39. Fry looks to throw, looks at the 45. He's got a man still on his feet. He's got the first down on the far side, 49. And that was Brandon Sharp. Sharp, his first reception of the evening. And that brings minutes left in this ball game. Ball at the 50-yard line, left hash. Westfield's biggest blowout loss pass by far. Looking at the point differential, and they're going into the victory formation. Yard line. Fry takes a knee. Yeah, I mean, Westfield team, I gotta tell you though, they're upset, but hungry.
This makes for championships teams. In order to be a champion, you have to get knocked down. It has
Absolutely.
to happen. It shows them like, hey, there's teams out there equally as good as us. We have to want it. We have to be hungry, and I believe that's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, 2nd down and 11. And I think they have to take one more. I'm not too sure, but I think they have to take one knee. Yes, they do. It's the play clock is down at 35, and the actual clock is at. So I think they have to take one more knee, and that's going to be your game. Westfield preparing for the victory formation. That's your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Westfield losing 37-7. They've lost 2 of their last 3 to Brownsburg. I guess what was just the number one thing for Westfield that went wrong tonight?
One could say defensively, which we'll leave it to what it is, but I think offensively they couldn't get really, in key moments, they couldn't get really anything going. Brownsburg dominated the line of scrimmage all game.
Yeah.
Really, it's just nothing could work tonight, and that's probably what they're going to look at in film. Heavenly.
Monday is going to be very hard for these guys at practice. But luckily, next week, going on the road against Avon. Avon is still winless on the year. I think that would be the opportunity to bounce back for sure.
Absolutely. It's going to be a much needed bounce back win. Get them back on their feet again after tonight. Tonight's a low blow. Homecoming. So it's
Brownsburg, let's keep it real here. They are a good team. I'm going to be quite honest with you. They are a good team. And Westfield, quite simply, I'm just going to put it the way it is. They got outplayed.
100%. It showed tonight. Brownsburg was ready. They were better in every shape and form tonight. Tonight. That's the key word.
I guarantee this Westfield team, they have a fire in their gut, and it's going to show next week. And this Westfield team is going to come back even hungrier, and I would not be shocked if they lost again. Genuine. I mean, this year, I would not. In the regular season, I do not think they're going to lose another.
I don't either. I think after this feeling, there's no way.
But I think that's going to end our broadcast. Drew, thank you for coming on. It's a pleasure calling games with you.
I love it, man. Wouldn't rather be anywhere else on Friday night.
Absolutely. And I would like to thank you, the viewer, for watching, all the Westfield fans that tuned in. 1,000 people. Wow. I think that's a season high. All the Westfield fans that tuned in, I want to thank you all. And yeah, because without you, there is no show. I want to thank our producer, Alan, because without him, there definitely is no show. And the guy, he's doing a million things at once. And I have to say, Alan, we're super appreciative of you. He's sweating. He's got a lot going on. It's crazy. But anyway, I want to thank our incredible crew. I'm Rowan Elbert. Good night, Westfield.